Everyone, and welcome to the next video in this series. In this video we'll be talking about methods. So methods are very crucial parts in any programming languages. In Python we call it methods. In C++ also we can call it methods, but it's popularly known as functions. So what are methods or functions? So in the last video where we printed out hello world to the console, we passed a variable into print function. This is a method, this is a function. Print is a function or method described or defined inside Python's library. So when you install Python program, it automatically installs those libraries. So print is a method that has already been defined. So now you will think why we need these methods, why we need to declare these methods or create these methods. So well, think about it. If Python library wouldn't have the method print, you would have to write entire lines of code, like huge chunks of code to do a simple task that is hello world. Now since the code has already been written for you and is there as a method, you can just pass on the variables or value to the print method and it prints the value out. So methods can be really helpful when you are writing a use program or any kind of program and you want to use your code again and again. A same piece of algorithm that can be used again and again, it should be defined as method. So let's say you have two numbers, a and b. We have a equals to 5, we have b equals to 6. We want to add those two numbers. So instead of writing a plus b again and again, say we change the value when the program was running, the value of a and b. So now we want to compute those values. So instead of writing the algorithm for each and every value, we can declare a method which can accept two values and give us the sum of those two numbers. So methods can be defined in Python as def, def, and then you can say a name. It's the same category will be like you when you're declaring a variable, all those same rules will be applied when you're declaring a method. So we will say sum ab, and then we have parentheses. So this parentheses says that this is a method. This is a method, and inside this, when it's a blank, it says it's not accepting any values. So we want it to accept two arguments. So we will say arg1 comma arg2. Now then we will say semicolon and we'll hit enter. Notice the atom editor had already indented the inside the def. It says that we are inside this function, this method. We are writing code that will be executed when we call this method. The indentation is very important in Python. If you don't have the indentation, it won't execute. It will give you an error. So we will say return arg1 plus arg2. Now we will return the value and we will go out of the function. Now the function has been defined, but it's not been called yet. So if you don't call the function, it won't execute. So you have to call the function after the function has been defined. So you have defined the function, now you can call the function, say I want to store the results. So we are sending two values to that function and we are returning the sum of two values. I want to store the results, so let's declare a result variable and we'll call sum ab. Now we will pass two arguments, so a comma b. Now since we have stored that, we can print it out, print the result, whatever the result value we get from the sum ab function or method, we will print it out. Now in Python you can comment out. So what comment out means is you can have a different section, so you can suppress the execution of a particular line by using hash hash key. If you do that, this line won't execute, and I don't want this line to be executed but still be there in the program, so I just commented it out. And you can have two hashes, or you can have hash and any line, it won't execute. So this is just for me that this is the different section of code, this is the different video, the code for the different video. So now that we have defined this, let's save the file, go to the terminal and execute it. So yes, you're getting the sum of a and b. 5 plus 6 is 11. So what's happening is we are sending the value of a, that is 5, and we are sending the value of b, that is 6. It's receiving 5 and 6, it's adding them and returning the added value, and the added value is getting stored in the result. So then you're printing the result with a print function. Now this was a little introduction to the methods. Hope you liked it. If you have any doubts or any concerns about methods, how to declare them, what's going on, if you don't understand, please feel free to comment down below. I will try to answer as many questions as possible. Thank you. Have a nice day.